Hey, you guys. So it's David, and it's Thursday afternoon, the 21st of November. Hey, my gosh. So I just was thinking, tonight we have the opening of a movie here in town. It's called Becoming Nobody. And it's a movie about the life of Ram Dass. And Ram Dass, for those of you who know, at one time was the dean of psychology at the Harvard University. He discovered Eastern belief systems and religion, and became a student of some great teachers, and has an amazing life story. Obviously, a pretty sharp guy, and realized that the journey inside was a bigger opportunity than maybe the journey outside. And so my question for you today is, what's important to you? What really is important to you? Do you think about it? Have you ever thought about it? I mean, we get caught in in a bit of a trap, of maybe overspending, and so we have to work all the time because we've overspent, or we we live in a big beautiful home, and we have a car, and we have all these expenses that we have to look after. So what happens is that our survival line moves up. When we maybe at one time in our lives we could have lived on a couple of thousand a month, and now we can hardly exist on 10,000, and that kind of thing, and so we become obsessed with achievement, and but is that because we designed that, or did that just happen? Did we just get caught in it? So what's important to you? That's my question, and what's happened for me over the years, and I guess that I've been blessed. I've been blessed because I've been uncomfortable. I have had many uncomfortable nights and uncomfortable days, and they say that the tormented are forced to look inside, and so sometimes I've been a seeker looking inside, looking at life out of inspiration, but many times it's been out of desperation, and but either way, it's very high on my value list. How do we become awakened? What does awakening mean? What's important to you? If accumulation of stuff is top on your list, then then that's what it is, and that's okay. But so I'm going to this movie tonight because Ram Dass is an amazing teacher, and even after 40 years for me of studying life, of self-realization, I recognize that there's just kind of no end to it. And it's a beautiful search. It's a beautiful to recognize that I might go to this movie tonight. And besides the fact that I'm going to be with a ton of like-minded people, I might go and something, just one little piece may come out of this movie that goes, it just wakes me up to another level. And because there seems to be just multiple levels of when we get on this journey of self-discovery, on this journey of spiritual seeking, there's just endless the depths of this, and the layers of this, and so I'm excited to be with like-minded people for sure. There's something else that happens in an event like tonight. It's at the Grand, by the way, at the Grand Theater, and there's still tickets. It's 7:30. It's a one-time showing only. There's something else that happens in an event like this tonight, is that the vibration. Now, let's just talk about vibration for a minute. I have studied for years Dr. David Hawkins. I found Hawkins in 2005, I think, only about 13 or 14 years ago. And I read his first book, Power versus Force, and it was like, oh my God. And then I got all his books, and became just a I just really would go into them. And some, for me, it would take a long time to read one of his books because sometimes I'd have to read the same page 3 or 4 times, and as it would sink in, and it was so good. And one of the things that Hawkins did, and Hawkins was an amazing teacher, in his time, and he was the president of the American Psychiatrists Association or whatever. He was mainstream. It had the huge psychiatric practice and had treatment centers and all this stuff, but he was a spiritual teacher, amazing. And he kind of gave up everything later in life and moved to Sedona to start over again, and did. And kind of blew everybody away. He just said to hell with it. But he built this scale, a vibrational scale, and he used muscle testing to do this. And if you look it up, Hawkins vibrational scale, from kind of 0 to 1,000, and 1,000 would be like at Christ consciousness, and in the low hundreds would be like grief and guilt and shame and apathy and kind of fear and that kind of thing, and where many of us have lived and can live again. It's interesting. So anyway, when this event tonight, even if nothing comes out of the movie, and I'm sure there's going to be just great content and great reminders, but the vibration of the space will be really high. So just know to go and sit in this vibration that maybe even at unconditional love, what he measured in his scale is 540, which was unconditional love. There's going to be, that kind of feeling in the room. So to hang in a room like that with a group of people who, have obviously consciousness as a high value, it's wow. So I'm excited to go tonight, and because it's important to me that I guess it's one of my highest values is to become more aware of myself, and to allow myself to be lifted up, and then to also give that to others, to share that if I can, to be open to sharing it with you. So anyway, that's my deal today. That's my sharing. That's my thing. If you don't have plans for tonight, this is 7 o'clock. Just come to the Grand Theater. You can still get tickets at the door. It's not my gig. I'm not. It's some friends have done this, and I just think they're amazing people, because they actually risked. They risked a bit. They had to put money up front and rent the theater and all of that, and so it's pretty cool what they've done. Anyway, love you guys, and thanks for listening and being part of my life. And increased consciousness and awareness can come from being with like-minded people that have that as a high value, and being with great teachers, lifelong learning, great teachers, my friends. And then, of course, meditation and all of the other stuff, the pathways, many roads to Rome. Okay, love you. Check us out on YouTube, will you? I'd love it if you go to my YouTube channel. Go to YouTube. Okay. Bowing Beyond. Thanks. Bye.